Another way we can contribute to the oneness, rejecting false stories that are designed to separate us from Jehovah's organization. As an example, think about the apostate-driven lies and dishonesties that Jehovah's organization is permissive toward pedophiles. I mean, that is ridiculous, isn't it? If anybody takes action against someone who would threaten our young ones and takes action to protect our young ones, it's Jehovah's organization. We reject outright such lies.
Good morning, everyone. I've got another court case here that has been filed, and I want to thank Dennis very much for sending me the original complaint / summons, and I was able to take the case number and go find it on the New York State court system. This is the Kings County Supreme Court, and it's another child abuse case. And it was originally filed by Zalkin in August of 2021. And, oh my goodness, reading through this, it's a bad one. I'll put the link down below to this page. It is the documents list. So if you want to grab all of these documents, here on page 18, this is where it starts getting disturbing. The governing body has been named specifically in with the defendants of Watchtower and the Christian Congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses. And like I said, here on page 18.158, background facts related to plaintiff. Plaintiff was raised a member of the Jehovah's Witnesses. She primarily attended meetings at various congregations in Arizona. And I'm trying to remember, the family name, and I just, don't remember, ever hearing this name. Going on, plaintiff became a pioneer in approximately 1987 or 1988. Plaintiff's stepfather, William Briggs, was employed by Watchtower governing body to produce videos at Bethel. Okay? Due to his position, plaintiff and her family split their time between Arizona and New York. Plaintiff and her family would spend 3 months in New York, where they lived at Bethel, then return back to Arizona for 1 month, and then go back to New York for 3 months, and so on and so forth. Watchtower and governing body assigned Elder Ted Adams as Briggs' overseer while at Bethel. From approximately 1982 to 1988, when plaintiff was approximately 10 to 16 years old, plaintiff suffered horrific sexual abuse by Briggs, her stepfather. The sexual abuse occurred 3 to 5 times per week, and included but was not limited to sodomy, rape, forced oral copulation, and Briggs urinating in plaintiff's mouth. Oh my goodness. While at Bethel, plaintiff was assigned to work various jobs, including assisting with video production, working in the laundry facility, and as an elevator operator. While at Bethel, plaintiff was assigned by Watchtower and the governing body to live in the same room as her mother and Briggs. See, Watchtower and the governing body are just as culpable as, the perpetrator. At all times relevant, plaintiff's mother suffered from alcoholism. While plaintiff's family was living at Bethel, plaintiff's mother would frequently consume alcohol to the point of incapacitation. Once she was incapacitated, Briggs would sexually abuse plaintiff in their room at Bethel. So this was right at Bethel, under everybody's nose. Wonder if Atmo was her drinking partner. See, and we already know alcoholism is a really big problem at Bethel. We knew of several that went to Bethel and became alcoholics. And sexual deviance. Oh my goodness. In approximately 1986, plaintiff reported her sexual abuse to Michael Filla, an elder who worked at Bethel. They knew They knew. Mr. Phila did nothing in response. Briggs' sexual abuse of Hines continued at Bethel after Hines' report to Mr. Phila. And it's spelled F-I-L-L-A. Oh, my goodness. They are such lying hypocrites. I mean, it's just infuriating. It really is. A couple of weeks after reporting to Mr. Phila, plaintiff reported her abuse to Ted Adams, an elder at Bethel, the overseer of all video projects at Bethel, and the elder who Watchtower and the governing body assigned to oversee Briggs while Briggs was at Bethel. Mr. Adams told the plaintiff that she should not talk about her abuse with anyone. Oh no, can't have that at Bethel, can we? More like the house of... It ain't the house of God, it's the house of Sodom and Gomorrah. Oh my goodness. Mr. Adams was removed as an overseer shortly thereafter. Gee, I wonder why. Briggs' sexual abuse of Hines continued at Bethel after Hines' report to Mr. Adams. Plaintiff then reported her abuse to Mr. Underwood, an elder at Bethel and the overseer of all international construction at Bethel. Mr. Underwood did nothing in response. Briggs' sexual abuse of Hines continued at Bethel after Hines' report to Mr. Underwood. Plaintiff then reported to Jack Barr, an elder and member of the governing body at the time. See? So, for anyone who thinks that the governing body are just as deluded as Jehovah's Witnesses, well, I'm going to use one of Mikey's words, BS. BS. About 1 week after her report to Mr. Barr informed plaintiff that the governing body had taken care of it. That she should feel privileged for having the experiences that she had. That's going to mess up her life for the rest, mess up her life for the rest of her life? Oh, good Lord. Briggs was too important to be disciplined because of his role in creating videos at Bethel. That they couldn't do anything about her abuse because Briggs had only admitted to digitally penetrating and not raping plaintiff, and that if she's continued to talk about her abuse, she would be stripped of her privileges as a pioneer. It just never ends. It just never ends. Following her report to Mr. Barr, plaintiff was removed from her mother and stepfather's room at Bethel. Plaintiff was told that Briggs would not be told why plaintiff was being removed from his room. Upon information and belief, Briggs was told that plaintiff was removed from his room due to her accusations that he was sexually abusing her. Briggs' sexual abuse of plaintiff continued when they returned to Arizona. Based on information and belief, while in Arizona, Briggs escalated his behavior, including by physically abusing Hines in retaliation for plaintiff's aforementioned reports. In or around 1987, plaintiff reported her ongoing sexual abuse to Loesch, Garrett Loesch of the governing body. Loesch responded that it had been handled, that Briggs was sufficiently repentant, and that plaintiff should not talk to anybody else about the abuse anymore. Breathe, Kimmy. Breathe. Thank goodness Mikey's not here. Following plaintiff's report to Loesch, Briggs continued to sexually abuse plaintiff at their home in Arizona. Upon information and belief, Briggs was never disciplined by Watchtower or the governing body for admitting to sexually abusing plaintiff. Plaintiff ignored Watchtower's and governing body's directive to keep quiet about her abuse and continued to report her abuse to several other Jehovah's Witness members, including several more elders. This is the victim trying to get help and relief from her abuse, and nobody is wanting to help her. As a result, Watchtower and governing body retaliated against plaintiff by removing her privileges as a pioneer in 1991. You Bastards. I know you don't usually hear Kimmy use bad language, but there's no other word. That is the perfect definition of them, except maybe add the F word in front of it. Bastards. Oh, I just can't stand how anyone can preach how clean they are and telling the truth and, you know, oh, look at how clean we are, spick and span. You know, we wouldn't allow this. We would expose behavior like this and then turn around and do it yourself. Ugh. On the day that plaintiff's privileges were removed, she was publicly reproved. She was disciplined. See, because her stepfather was an asset to the organization. So they're going to keep, you know, the pervo. Oh, well, his greater good outweighs the bad. Do you see the mental mind screw that does? Okay, she was publicly reproved, and Briggs was elevated to the position of elder. Oh yeah, he's a pervo, so we got to elevate him to position of elder. I'm surprised they didn't put him on the governing body. Briggs' acts committed against Hines while she was a child are sexual offenses as defined by New York Penal Law 130. Oh, my goodness. There's 34 pages here. I'm not going to read this because it's just very upsetting. And this tells you that the governing body and watchtower are just as guilty for someone's abuse and clergy penitent privilege. That should be thrown right out the window because that has nothing to do with this. They don't care about protecting children. They don't. They don't care about the truth coming out. They want to hide it. They want to hide that they're guilty of this. So, like I said, I want to thank Dennis for this, and I will put the links down below so that you can all get these documents yourself. Share this with your JW friends and family. Tell them this is actual court documents stamped by the county clerk of the Kings County of New York. Read these court documents. What do you think of your governing body now and your elders? So, sorry to be so irate over this, but as you can see, reading through this was so triggering to see how they don't care about abuse survivors. It's despicable. It's disgusting. They don't care about the members. So you all have a great day and thank you for watching.